everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lydia here with your full moon reading in Scorpio for April 23rd, 2024. And this is take two. For some reason, my sound was not working. So in any case, I just wanted to mention, I apologize. I have not been here since the last full moon, more because of the fact that I was ill. And that was more because my chakras were also aligning. It happened just after Easter, and I had this massive, amazing meditation as well as heart activation, and boom, the next day I had a sore throat. So it really spurred on the activations of my heart as well as my throat chakra. Things needed to be cleared, and I know I needed that, but I'm still actually coughing, getting rid of things from in there. So I apologize. I missed the solar eclipse as well to tell you a little bit more about it, but I hope you were out there if you had it, or you were able to actually see some of it, because it was pretty cool. In any case, that was also the new moon, so I'm sorry I missed the new moon reading for y'all, but I couldn't actually talk without coughing. So in any case, I'm back, and I just wanted to let you know that, oh my goodness, the energy at this time is remarkable, and it's going to become off the charts in the next couple weeks or so. We're going to see a lot of changes in the next few months or so, and that's pretty cool. Actually, the changes that we're going to be seeing are very, very cool, for ourselves as well as in the earth. So I'm going to let you know what we're doing. We only have 2 cards today, so it's going to be a shorter reading. However, I might just talk like crazy. We're going to be using the Moonology Messages Oracle by Yasmin Boland, and I do use her decks most of the time, actually, for the full and new moons. I just want to say, the moons, the full and new moons, the equinoxes and the solstices, planetary alignments, and astrological and cosmic celestial events are going to become even that much more influential upon us. If you are sensitive to it right now, you're going to become even that much more sensitive to it. And that's just because we are aligning with everything that is around us. We are becoming one with everything that is around us. And the earth, Mother Earth, is growing exponentially in her consciousness, which is taking us along with her. And it's a wonderful time. Actually, it is a very incredible time to be alive. Knowing that we do have a lot of chaos around us, because the changes always cause some transformations, but also just things that are happening, things that are occurring around us that are not so easy to take a look at. What I encourage you to do is be in the eye of the hurricane or tornado, whichever you want to say. The eye is safer. It is basically a place of peace. We know and we can see everything that's going on around us, and we definitely can send out heart energy and compassion towards all of those that are affected. Because we are too. We are affected by it, because it's very difficult for us to see what is going on and not do anything about it. And what we can do is very powerful. We have the energy within us to send the compassion, to talk with our guides and spirit, and basically say, hey, you know what? Let's be co-creators and send out the love, send out the compassion, send out the peace to create a peaceful world, because we can do this. We are actually so much more powerful than we think we are. And with us together, unifying in this amazing unified consciousness that we have, we can make a change. We can make the chaos really toned down to an absolute nil. So, and we're going to see some things happening. We're going to see some wonderful things happening. I'd say be patient between now and the end of April. Excuse me, I'm still coughing. And I know that from May onward, for at least a few different months, the few months afterwards, we're going to see some peacefulness. We're going to see some changes within ourselves that are extraordinary, and some abilities that are coming out. So having said that, let's look at the first card that we have. We have Moonstone, Slow It Down. And you know what? This is about, we're at the latter half of Mercury in retrograde. And slowing it down is actually a time of contemplation. This is definitely a time of contemplation. And because of that, the time that we're dealing with is one where we have to maintain self-care, but also recognizing that when the world is going to go on without us at this time, that it's going to happen, things are going to happen, but also we have the capability of just allowing spirit to take over, surrendering to what spirit has for us, and allowing things. Allow is the biggest word for this right now. Allow for things to occur without pushing against the grain, without trying to make certain things happen. Sometimes divine timing is just the way it has to be. So having said that, let's take a look at what Slow It Down says. And please, I do apologize for any time I'm coughing. The heart wants what the heart wants, and it wants it when it wants. But the timing isn't always right. Maybe you want something before the other person is ready for it, or vice versa. Suffice to say that you may need to slow things down. This isn't just about patience. It's about actively slowing down. Stop pushing too hard. Be strong and shine your light. Focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. And this is also because we are in a highly manifesting stage at this point. You're stronger than you know. The situation you're asking about is fertile. Be graceful as you wait, without trying to force anything or anyone. Trying to rush a person or situation isn't likely going to work out for you right now, so do what you can to take a step back. You might like to hold a moonstone while you meditate now to help you stay patient and allow events to unfold. This is a sublimely feminine stone that has strong associations with the moon. Explore your goddess energy. Stay strong and centered in your own power instead of dissipating your energy, focusing on what you can't control. Additional meanings for this card could include pregnancy or birth, and I'll talk a little bit about birth in a sec. Love is coming into your life. Talk to a female mentor. Calm down, breathe out, and relax. And so about this particular symbol, moonstone is a truly luminous crystal. It's strong and it knows that all things come to those who wait. So, excuse me, as we go through life this time, there is the divine timing. But divine timing and our timing is going to start to become shorter and shorter so that it's almost instant. It's not going to happen just now, just right now. So this is where the patience comes in, because as humans, we are very impatient people. We are very impatient beings. And we want things happening right now. So basically, this is the time for you to be patient with yourself, be patient with others. Know that this may not be a time of action, but there's still things that you can do. For example, if you are thinking about what the world is going through right now, keeping one eye on the news, but also keeping another eye on your own growth and your own growth within, know that things will start to iron out on the outside, but also you can do something as sending out that energy, like I talked about. Send out the energy of love and compassion, of peace, because believe me, the heart has incredible energy. It is so powerful. It's 5,000 times more powerful in its energy expenditure or sending out than our brain is, and that's actually been studied through the Heart Math Institute. Check that up online, and believe me, it's very impressive. Our heart is very powerful, and when you send out those loving lines, you're definitely making changes. And the more people doing that at the same time, the better it is as well. So we can do something about it, but just know that this is a time of slowing down. Just give yourself that time to breathe. Things will get busier afterwards, trust me. Action can be taken afterwards. Excuse me, when I say afterwards, I mean there will be time, probably starting in May, where things are going to start to progress a little bit. And between now and then, we have the opportunity, and we're not too far from the end of April anyways, we have the opportunity to gestate ideas, to throw these ideas up there into the ether and let them begin to form in manifesting it to the material. It takes time to do that. When you think about it, if you're impatient, if you're wanting things to happen right away, say for example, everything that you thought of actually happened instantaneously, that could be very detrimental to us. That could be actually very jarring, only because we are living in a linear time period, and the density of which we're living in this on this plane of existence gives us these things for us to learn from. We have challenges, we have difficulties, we have waiting times, because we need to learn. And it's like they say, it's about the journey and not the destination. This is, in that time period, we learn so much. We get downloads from spirit, and we need to take that into account into our lives. So while we do that, and that time was, if we're calling that a time of inaction, we're actually allowing ourselves the creativity within us. We're taking and allowing energy to come into us, formulate by thinking about the positive, not the negative. Excuse me. If we actually ruminate upon the negative, and our hamster wheel in our head just keeps going and going upon some past experiences or things that we could have or should have or would have said, throw that into the past. Just leave it in the past. In fact, close the door to your past and begin today. Begin anew tomorrow. Today. So just because we can't do anything about that. It's done. This is a time for change, for allowing the new to come in. So create within yourself by not necessarily doing super major actions, but still doing action by thinking about what it is that you do want. And that is the desire. This is perfect for the full moon too, because we are letting go of anything that no longer serves us, so that we can make room for the new. So let's look at the second card, the last card that we have. The moon memories the past. All right, here we go. I was just talking about the past. When we look at the past, we can't really do anything about it, right? So this is about knowing that our memories from the past in this particular lifetime definitely have something to do with who we are today. And because of that, sometimes it means that we have been constructed or programmed in some way from our parents or grandparents. And we are thinking about what they have said and making it our own thoughts, which is not actually the truth. We shouldn't be, looking at it that way. We should be looking into our own truth and formulating our own life based on that. But knowing that as well, I wanted to mention as well, my guides have been telling me that we are going to bring up what the actual history is in our past, and remembering who we are, cosmic origins for those who are of the cosmic nature, to start to get to know our mission as cosmic origin beings, but also recognizing the truth about the past. We're definitely of a civilization of many different civilizations. And if you believe in reincarnation or incarnations, and many of them, then we have been in many. And at this particular time, we're going to be starting to remember this. Our cells are going to start to activate because of the solar energies that are coming in, because of the energies of consciousness that are changing from Mother Gaia to ourselves and vice versa. And recognizing that the past the histories are going to become knowledgeable. We're going to recognize the wisdom from the past and bring that into this particular lifetime so that we can do something with it. We are culminating everything from past, present, and future into this time right now. And because of that, excuse me, we're becoming all knowledgeable. It's going to get there. Like, we're not quite there yet. And again, patience. But, we're getting to that stage. We're becoming what we're needing to become. So let's look at moon memories, the past. Whatever you're going through now is being strongly influenced by past memories. Maybe it has to do with childhood programming. For example, if you were told you weren't good enough, you are, or that there wasn't enough money to go around, there is. Such things from our past influence our present and therefore our future. Drawing this card suggests you need to be really honest about which situation from your past is negatively influencing your present, and then you need to clear it. Important. Acknowledging that something challenging from your past is keeping you back from moving forward now is the first step. See the past for what it is. Something that happened that had shaped you, and that can be a springboard from which you can move forward. So important. You can learn from your past, but you don't have to ruminate on it. Do some self-development to get to the answer to your question. What in your past is negatively impacting you now? And this is a good thing. This is a time for contemplation, slowing down, right? So contemplate. What happened in the past that made you to be or think what you are today that's impacting you in a negative way? Clear that, and everything else will fall into place. When dark memories come, replace them with happier ones to shift your focus and raise your vibration or frequency very quickly. That is so true. Sorry. Additional meanings for this card. Move through fear and do not fear at this time. Take fear and crumble it up and throw it in the wastebasket. This is not a time to fear. Therapy could be useful now, or at least talking to a neutral person. Picture your happy place when you're stressed. Ditch negative beliefs about yourself. Important. This is not a time to think negatively about yourself or others. I know that's hard, but just saying. You can't go back. About the symbol, the moon seems to know our past, present, and future. Representing our emotions in astrology, she cherishes and safeguards our dearest memories. And it's so true because the cosmic origins that we are going to be starting to learn about, we're going to start to know about the moon too, because that is the closest body that is to us. And also the sun. We're going to start to know a little bit more about what the sun is. And that is just coming from within. Literally, it's going to just be like, oh, wait a minute. So the aha moments are going to be starting to come. But this is that time of patience. This is that time where you be patient with yourself as you're going through this next week or two, and allow for things to happen. Allow for the processing of all this stuff to happen for yourself. Be patient with your body. And I'm saying this from experience because I was just being in this downtime of tiredness and sickness or whatever. Really, it ticked me off. So, I mean, I had so much I was doing, and I think that was part of it too, is that it was a time for self-care that I was ignoring, or maybe just not recognizing that I needed. So I was taking care of everybody else and their self-care, but not myself. So that being said, keep your past in your past. Close the door to the past. Make sure that you do this. So, I mean, for the two cards, just looking at the both of them, Moonstone. Okay, so this is a perfect time to actually meditate with Moonstone because it is about the cycles. We're going through cycles as well. In the Northern Hemisphere, we're heading into spring, which is the birthing cycle, which is fantastic. And that's what I was going to say about the pregnancy and birthing. It's a time of transformation because everything is being rebirthed. And then in the Southern Hemisphere, they're going through the fall or the autumn. So it is a time of transformation there as well. So things are changing for gestation, for contemplation, for winter. So that's about slowing it down. That definitely is about slowing it down. So the Southern Hemisphere is going to be doing that for sure. And then we look at the moon memories. Our memories have a huge impact on where we are today. It's about the past, but at the same time, closing the door to the past on things that no longer serve us is also a very, very pertinent thing to do at the moment. So I hope that this helps because I know that we're in a very transformative state. Know that it's highly transformative, which means it's highly manifesting for yourself. So really be mindful of what you're thinking. Any ideas that you have that you want in your life, put those out into the ether and start putting small actions. Like, for example, if you're wanting something in the material, a car, a house, a new place, whatever it is, start looking online, for example, or looking in a magazine or a bunch of magazines for exactly what you want to renovate your house with, or whatever it is. So in other words, do passive types of action in order to actually still tell the universe that this is what you want. but not necessarily go actively searching for it. In other words, going to the, to different houses or looking at different things, although that is something that you can do. But at the moment, take the time to rest, to rejuvenate, because action is definitely coming up. And it's going to be fun in the next little while. You're going to see a lot of things happening for yourself. And I'll talk more about that when next I speak with you. But for now, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because there's going to be lots of tidbits coming up. If I don't get sick, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get sick. That's something I'm definitely not going to put out there. But also like this video if you do, and please, if you want to get a little bit of channel messages from Spirit for the next week or so, sign up. Go to my website, takebackyourpower.live, or live if you want to spell it live, and sign up for my free newsletter, which is a channel message for the following week. And there's lots of really beautiful messages coming up. I just want to say I myself, when I'm channeling them, just get so heartwarmed by what Spirit has to say to humanity for this time, this very iconic time in history. Thank you for watching and for staying with me, and I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Scorpio. Take care.